My name is Nadja Bassfield. I am a licensed attorney and the owner of Bassfield Consulting LLC. Today we will talk about how to be successful in law school. Law school is hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but hard doesn't mean impossible. The truth is, if you have the right mindset, strategies, and support, you can not only survive law school, but you can thrive in. I'm not just speaking from theory, I lived it. I've graduated law school, I've clerked for a judge, I've worked in litigation, and now I'm sharing what I wish I knew when I was in your shoes. We're going to focus on a few things today: how to get the right mindset for law school, study strategies that actually work, how to manage your time and avoid burnout, networking and relationship building, and how to crush exams, land internships, and set yourself up for long term success. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to share the top 3 mistakes law students make and how you can avoid them. Let's dive in. First, mindset and preparation. The first key to law school success is mindset. Law school is not undergrad. In undergrad, you can memorize material, show up, and get by. In law school, it's not about memorization, it's about application. Professors and exams are testing whether you can take rules and apply them to new situations. That's why you have to start with a growth mindset. You're going to get things wrong. You're going to feel overwhelmed at times, and that is normal. The students who thrive are the ones who don't give up when it gets tough. Let's talk about imposter syndrome. Almost every law student feels at some point you might look around and think, everyone is smarter than me. I don't belong here. I'm here to tell you, you do belong. You were admitted for a reason. And the truth is, most of your classmates are just as nervous as you are. Here's a tip: treat law school like a job. Set work hours for yourself. Show up consistently, even on the days you don't feel like it. And ask for help early. Professors, academic support tutors, they're there for a reason. Don't wait until you're failing to ask questions. Finally, start developing your professional identity from day one. See yourself as not just a student, but as a future lawyer. Carry yourself that way and make decisions with that mindset. Next, let's study smarter, not harder. Now let's get into study strategies because this is where most law students struggle. First, case briefing. In the beginning, you'll be told to brief every single case. That's fine the first few weeks as practice, but trust me, you don't need to brief every case forever. Eventually, you'll learn to extract what matters: the rule, the holding, and the reasoning. Second, class preparation. Cold calls are a part of law school. The secret: don't focus on memorizing every single fact. Instead, focus on understanding the rule and how it applies. Professors care more about your reasoning than your recall. Third, note taking. Don't just type every word your professor says. Organize your notes by issue and rule. Some students use the Cornell method. Others create case charts. The key is your notes should help you study, not overwhelm you. Now let's talk about outlining. Outlining is not rewriting your notes. Outlining is condensing the rules into a structure you can use on exams. Start your outlines early and keep them updated as the semester goes on. And here's the number one predictor of success: practice exams. I cannot stress this enough. The best way to learn law school exams is by doing law school exams. Find old exams from your professor if you can, or use commercial hypos. Practice writing out answers using IRAC, issue, rule, application, conclusion. Remember, exams are not about sounding smart. They're about being clear and structured. Third, time management and balance. All right, let's shift into time management. Law school will eat you up all of your time if you let it. That's why you need a plan. Every week, block out time for reading, class, outlining, and practice. Put it on your calendar like appointments. Don't just say I'll get to it when I can, because you never will. Front load your work before finals. Finals aren't like undergrad. You can't cram the night before. The students who succeed are the ones who start preparing early. Now let's talk about balance. You cannot sacrifice your health for law school. Sleep, exercise, nutrition, they all impact your brain performance. You actually study better if you're well rested and healthy. Avoid burnout by building in breaks. Take a walk, call a friend, do something that reminds you of life outside of law school. And one more thing, be careful of study groups. A good study group can be helpful, a toxic one can waste your time. Choose people who are disciplined, not just your best friends. Fourth, building relationships and networking. Law school is not just about grades, it's about relationships. Start with your professors. Go to office hours. Ask thoughtful questions. Not only will you learn more, but you'll also build connections for letters of recommendation down the road. With classmates, remember, you don't have to be friends with everyone, but be professional and respectful. These people will be your colleagues for years to come. Next, career services. Don't wait until your second or third year. Start building your resume from day one. Apply for internships your first summer, even if they're unpaid or volunteer opportunities. Experience matters the most. Join professional organizations. If you're a Black law student, get involved with BALSA. If you're interested in litigation, join the litigation section of your local bar association. These groups will connect you to lawyers who can open doors for you. And when it comes to networking, keep it simple. Reach out for informational interviews. Ask people about their career path. Follow up with a thank you email. Networking isn't about begging for a job. It's about building relationships. Lastly, now let's talk about exams and long-term success. Law school exams are different from anything you've ever done before. They're not about regurgitating information. They're about analyzing new problems. That's why practice is key. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistent improvement. Every practice exam you do makes you sharper. Grades matter, yes, but they're not the only thing that matters. Skills, experience, and networking matter too. I've seen students with average grades land amazing jobs because they were great networkers and had practical experience through clinics or internships. Think long term. Use law school to build the skills and connections that will carry you into your career. And before we wrap up, let's go over the top 3 mistakes law students make. Mistake 1, waiting until finals to study. You cannot cram for law school exams. Start preparing for day 1. Mistake number 2, studying in isolation. Law school exams are about applying knowledge. If you never test yourself through practice or even discussion, you won't know what you really understand. Mistake number 3, comparing yourself to others. Your journey is your own. Don't measure your progress by someone else's performance. If you avoid these mistakes and apply the strategies we've covered, you will set yourself up for long-term success. Thank you for spending time with me. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share with a future lawyer you know. And I want you to hear from me. You can do this. Law school is a challenge. Drop in the comments and I'll respond. Until next time, keep pushing forward. You've got this. You belong here and you can do this.